Episode 3.
Episode 3, what up? How we doing?
We're doing good.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. A little week hiatus for us,
Yeah.
but we are back.
We're a little slow.
I hope there was nobody out there that doubted us, because I'm sure we had someone be like, 2 episodes and out. But no, we're back.
We're back.
We're so back.
We are back.
We promised uniform rankings, and we're going to deliver.
That's right, but first, it's a perfect lead-in. This is the most serious FU we've ever had.
Really?
It's like a big FU. Connor.
Listener follow-up, for the record.
Yeah, follow-up.
Those who don't know.
Yeah. Connor from Connecticut points out immediately after listening.
Okay.
I made a mistake.
Unlike you.
I know. It turns out that the Virginia basketball team didn't change uniforms the season after winning the national championship. There was the COVID. They won the national championship 2019. There was COVID year, and then the next season they changed their basketball unis.
So the next time they trot out in front of fans, you could say. You weren't completely wrong.
Wow, I will take the victory and we can move right along. But what it does is kick us off right into uniform rankings.
It sure does.
So I'll set the stage.
Please do.
Okay, so what we've decided on is we're going to create a little mini bracket here. We're starting with college football uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the full suite of uniforms. Home, away, alternates, right? So we're going to, instead of grinding this show to a full, complete stop, we're going to pick our top 2 from 3 conferences with 1 wild card. Which I don't know that I've made my decision on my wild card yet. So, okay. So I think we start alphabetically.
Okay.
So let's start with Atlantic Coast Conference.
All right.
What do you got?
Number 1, and this is a pretty clear number 1 for me. Louisville, because there's something special about those red chrome domes with the cardinal on the side, especially with Lamar Jackson trotting out with those things. I mean, those were...
I couldn't disagree with you more vehemently.
Okay. Well, who's your number 1 in the ACC?
Number 1 in the ACC.
Don't say Duke. Please don't say
Clemson.
Duke. Clemson. Okay. I don't hate that.
Loud and proud.
They're 4th for me.
Wow.
The 3rd or 4th.
Wow. It's almost like you've never watched college football. But I know that's not true. Okay. What's your second team?
My second pick is UNC.
Yeah.
I love their uniforms.
Yeah.
The diamond, is it Argyle?
It is Argyle, yeah.
Argyle. What a pull.
Yeah.
This week in vocab. Argyle.
Okay. A repeating diamond pattern. Okay. You have to actually be able to define it. But
okay.
I think the thing is Carolina for me has always been one of my favorite unis.
I love the variation of blues that they have.
Mm-hmm.
With the white, like the dark blue, while it's not necessarily in their core colors as a university,
right,
the use of it just brings the uniform to new levels.
So I didn't rank them in my top 2 because I think
who do you have it to?
I actually think their uniforms when they had the stripes instead of the Argyles were better.
I
think that the Argyles are a little distracting. I guess it's like a new generation.
But they also have like a stripe down the middle of their helmet, don't they?
But it's the Argyle in the center. So it's just a little too much for me.
Yeah.
I love it as a little collar detail, but it's just like the fundamentals of their uniform though, spectacular. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm
like
a little
good font, good numbers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a
good
little
helmet logo.
Yeah, super strong.
Yeah.
I'm a little frankly disappointed Clemson. You have Duke ahead of Clemson, is that what
I
we're
have Duke
saying?
at my 3, yeah.
Wow. I mean, this is just...
Okay, but that's recency bias, I will say.
It is recency bias.
Because
this year. It's this year only.
This year only.
Yeah. They've done some nice things with it.
They've done some nice things.
They're going to
Blue Devil, the black, I like it a lot.
They're going to regress to the mean now that the head coach is leaving. Breaking news. Mike Elko going to Texas A&M. Okay, so my second team out of the ACC is Notre Dame because we're picking football teams.
That's a good pull. I wouldn't really think of them, actually.
And you have to, if they're on a list, you have to include them. Now, what I will say is, frankly, I almost picked Carolina ahead of Notre Dame because I think the alternate Notre Dame unis are so terrible.
Are those the green ones?
No, the green ones are good. It's the ones with the fancy font and the...
Oh, yeah. Those are no good.
Yeah, those are no good. But the classics are just...
The classics, like the white, gold, white.
Yeah.
Or gold, white, gold, I should say.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or blue, or navy blue.
Yeah.
Gold. Yeah.
Navy blue is tough.
Okay.
It's also very simple.
Simple.
Nice.
Well, this is a common theme for my uniform selections, no question. All right, so let's keep it moving.
All right.
Big Ten, what do you got?
There's a clear one here. Ohio State.
Absolutely right.
Like, they not only have the clean classics home and away, but their alternate is fire. The black.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's very tough.
Like, if you trot those out, I'm quivering in my boots if I see you cross the field.
Also, I think the Buckeye sticker under the helmet.
Buckeye sticker is tough.
It's not easy to pull off those stickers.
Yeah. It's not.
I think the only team that, well, I can't talk about that. Okay. No, I just gonna, Well, actually, I can. The only team that pulls off the helmet sticker quite as well is Georgia because their helmet sticker is a bone.
Yeah.
Which is
that's who I would say as well.
Which is tough.
Nobody else can do it though.
Okay, we agree on Ohio State. They're number one.
They're clear.
Yeah. Okay. So then hit me with your second pick out of the Big Ten.
University of Maryland, College Park.
Also a little bit of recency bias.
Yeah.
So
I really like their helmets with the flag on them. I'm a sucker for the flag. The Maryland flag is tough, I think.
Well, you
know
always
this. I've been a sucker for the Maryland flag.
It's true. Why is that?
It's born in Maryland.
Okay.
Let's go.
But
born and raised.
But those helmets have been retired.
And they have now Terps.
Right.
Which is that script writing, and I'm also a sucker for script writing.
Which is why you like Duke.
Which I like Duke.
But the Terps, that's the helmets are the new old versions. I mean, those are the old Terps helmets. So that's good. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, but I think both are good though, and I like the uniforms. I mean, I was tempted to go like a classic like Penn State, Michigan. Other than that, there's not much else going on in the Big Ten.
Kind of surprised you didn't pick Ruptures. I'm just kidding. They're
no, you're not.
I mean, okay.
Who'd you go for?
I mean, I stick to the classics. I went Penn State.
Nothing can beat the whiteout game. Like that game is why college football is better than NFL.
And honestly, like this is a thing where I think this is where college uniforms go wrong. It's because not every school can pull off monochromatic uniform.
UVA
cannot do it.
Yep.
But Penn State can.
Penn State can.
And
100%.
it is just amazing.
100%. But what I think is a big factor of that is their logo and their colors are blue and white.
Right, it's simple. It's not a third color.
Third color, you can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
Because if UVA tries to go all blue, there's not enough orange. They try to go all white, there's not enough anything. Like
it's bad. And UVA.
I think that's key though.
UVA
I may have just stumbled upon something though.
I think that's true. I think you're probably right. I think that's where Michigan goes awry because they have, they shouldn't be going monochromatic because they have strong primary color.
The blue
combo.
maize is iconic.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I
mean, I think Virginia gets disqualified from my perspective for the fonts, number font alone.
Bad.
Okay, all right. So now, Pac-12,
the best uniform conference in sports,
top to bottom, 100%.
Like even. I would go as far as to say is a bottom 3 uniform team in the Pac-12 is a top 3 team in the ACC Big Ten.
Well, no.
Like for me, Oregon State is bottom 3 uniforms in the Pac-12, but they're 3rd in the ACC.
Ahead of Duke.
Yes.
Oof. That's wow.
But
I'll give you top half in the ACC.
Okay. Well, it's called a hot take for a reason.
Okay, sure.
First, I have, and we all knew this was coming, the Oregon Ducks.
I know.
They're so good.
They're
so good.
They're not in my top 3.
What?
Yeah, they're not in my top 3.
Have you seen their throwbacks?
Yeah, I've seen them all. Of course I've seen their throwbacks.
Dude,
their throwbacks
are filthy.
Just understand that every time one of these schools rolls out a throwback uni, you understand that that's the uni they were wearing when I was growing up, right? So yes, I've seen them.
Okay, but that was just when they were uniforms.
It's true. It's just when they were their uniforms. Also, they were terrible when they wore those.
But now they're clean. Like the UO that they have on the helmet and the color, it's almost like the Kelly. It reminds me of the Kelly Green Eagles uniforms.
Sure.
Which are fire, by the way.
100% fire.
As much as I hate the Eagles.
Okay, so I think. Okay, so you're Oregon. Okay.
That's I was going that. Like
I did. I knew it.
Something about like that Marcus Mariota, the wings on the helmet, like that green just riles the blood. So good.
Yeah. My number one was actually still a lot of debate here, but USC.
Wow.
They're it's iconic.
It's iconic.
It hasn't changed.
They have like a stripe.
I know, it's great. It's the only uniform that can pull off that diagonal stripe.
I hate it.
And they have the gray face mask.
They're good, and for me, they're maybe fifth.
Get out of here.
They can't be. Okay, my 2 is UCLA.
Right, my 2 is UCLA also.
Okay, because those are the best thing Under Armour has ever done, quite frankly.
Well, they're Adidas now, but Jordan brand actually. They're Jordan brand.
But when they were Under Armour is when they started being good. I feel like. Like they had a base, but Under Armour made it good, and then like
Jordan brand, yeah. Okay. Well, we agree on UCLA. So then, just out of curiosity, what's your third team in the Pac-12?
UW, Washington.
UW. Yeah. Okay, they were in consideration for my wild card pick.
Wild card, yeah. All right, who is your wild card? Did you settle on one, or no?
I settled on one.
What was it?
I'm such a traditionalist. I thought about Georgia. I thought about UW. I thought about the Terps actually because I think there's something going on there that's good. I thought about the Temple Owls. Thought about the Temple Owls because Acres of Diamonds is a story worth talking about. Shout out to Pat. I went with Alabama Crimson Tide. You cannot. They're unstoppable.
See, but the thing was all like 95% of the SEC uniforms is that they're just iconic. Like Auburn's uniforms iconic. Like Georgia's iconic. Alabama's iconic. Like there's a difference between being an actual good uniform for me and then just being like that's like been a great team and they've been wearing those. You know?
I mean, but
they're fundamentally sound though. Like no, they're like the first team to do the numbers on the helmets. I feel like.
Yeah.
And it also they haven't changed.
That's the thing. It's a master class in marketing and brand development. But what's your
Tennessee?
I thought you were going to pick something else.
You thought I was going to go Navy?
I did.
I was tempted to go Navy, but
Tennessee are
so
Navy. Tough.
They're so tough. That's why they're a great.
The carbon or the like steel gray alternates,
and then also their regulars are just fire. Like the checkered stripe or wherever it is on there.
Yeah,
it's good. Like they got good home away. They got great home away. Like,
they do.
Top 4 in the SEC, I would say.
I respect that pick.
And
quite
then,
a bit.
Arguably the best alternate uniform in all of college football.
Whoa.
Name a better alternate uniform. I'll wait.
Whoa, that's a good question. I don't know if I can.
I will say, when I was researching the Boston College, like 9/11 uniforms with the red bandana, those are fire.
Yeah, the Crowther uniforms from 9/11. Yeah.
Yeah, those are tough.
Those are tough. Those are tough. I feel like the other
cross guy, by the way.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. I think the teams that maybe are a little bit hurt right now are include Florida State, include Miami, include Michigan for sure.
There are a couple Big 12 teams
include
out there,
Arizona State, Washington. Like there's it's a tough list.
Pac-12. Anyone in the Pac-12 could have been said.
Yeah. Okay, so Tennessee. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I just want, while we're still in sports, I want to touch on something.
Okay.
And I got the stats right here to back it up. We had our discussion, C.J. Stroud versus Josh Dobbs. And I just wanted to revisit for clarity. Since that week, Josh Dobbs has gone 336 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then he went 304, 2 touchdowns, and added another one rushing just today. Josh Dobbs since then went 268 and a touchdown, not bad, and then 221 and a touchdown.
Okay.
With an interception.
What's your point?
I think you know my point. I'm just gonna leave I'm just gonna.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back, and you're gonna overlay maybe a clip of the original question.
What do you think is a more impressive storyline out of that week? C.J. Stroud or Josh Dobbs?
Dobbs. 100%. because you've completely.
It's not. I said who had the more impressive performance. That sounds like C.J. Stroud's more impressive.
Now you're stacking games. I didn't say Josh Dobbs had a great week this week. I said he had a great week 2 weeks ago.
You're right, but I just felt
God,
it
wait.
needed to be said because I wanted to hammer that into the ground.
I think one of the visuals I'd like to request from the producer, guys, mark timestamp 15:33. Okay. We're going to get a little you're right counter because we're at 2.
For you?
That's right.
Okay, but I'm not going to show up for the first one. I'm just going to show up for the and then no more after that.
Fair enough.
All right.
Okay.
Shall we move on?
Yeah. Yeah, we should move on.
Into the hippest beats.
That's right. The hippest beats per ChatGPT.
We had a bunch of releases.
Yeah, but can you run through the ones that are notable to you?
André 3000.
Yeah.
New Blue Sun. Great album. It's an hour and a half of him playing the flute, and it is one of my favorite, most played albums in the last 2 weeks. I listen to it when I go to bed. I listen to it when I study. I listen to it when I'm walking the halls. It is very versatile, and frankly, it's groovy.
You sent me the
first song, yeah.
The first song, and I was like,
I love all the titles,
am I
by the
ready?
way.
Yeah, they're
Like,
good. They're good.
They're good.
I was like, I'm not ready for the flute, but I listened to it, and turns out I like the flute.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
My favorite, I don't know if I told you about this, but there's a clip of him. He's like, I'm 50. I don't have anything to rap about.
Yeah,
what am I going to talk about? Getting a colonoscopy? My eyesight's going bad?
Yeah. Preach, Andre, preach.
Anyway, another big release. Drake dropped Scary Hours 3.
Yeah.
I was very excited for this, as it's given us, Scary Hours has given us classics such as God's Plan, such as Wants and Needs, Lemon Pepper Freestyle, What's Next, like, bangers. And I thought everyone knew he's going for Michael Jackson, he's going for the record.
Yeah.
And then he kind of dropped the dud. I'm not going to lie.
It just didn't have much to hold on to, did it?
There's one song that I put on my playlist, and that is You Broke My Heart. And that's just because it has a bar drop where he's like, I put careers on shelves like Amazon distribution centers.
Yeah.
And I like that bar. And I like that song. But there's a Cole feature on it. Didn't really hit. It's very niche. People will say it's good because it's them going bar for bar. And it's like, it's just a different type of music. But I don't know.
I thought it was okay.
It's all right. They all sounded the same.
They all sound the same. He needs to do
and
some
there's almost someone to
evolution.
say that a lot because a lot of the music I do listen to sound the same. But those beats all sounded very similar. And he said they've been recorded within the past 5 days or something before it dropped. And it sounded like it was all one recording session, quite frankly. Same flows, same beats.
So if I'm interpreting you correctly, then you're calling Drake lazy.
No, I'm not. He's one of the greatest to ever do it.
Okay, just checking. Okay, we have another song drop that's important to us. DCM, David Cutter music, definitely. Which I liked it a lot, actually. I thought it was good.
Shoot, may even use it as the outro music.
Interesting. Okay. What other? You listened to He Got Game. What were your thoughts?
He Got Game. It's a good song. It's it's an old guy song.
Wow, that hurts.
No, I liked it.
That was a gratuitous.
Yeah, I know. That
shot.
was a cheap shot.
That was a total cheap shot. Yeah.
No, I liked it. I will say that I was hooping the other day. There's something about just hooping with like heavy beats, like Lil Pac, Biggie. It's just like get you back in the '90s. Boom, putting up jump shots. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I liked it.
All right. Other releases we should talk about?
I don't think there's anything coming up, but
okay. Cool.
Yeah. All right. So
this week
I mentioned. Oh yeah, sure.
This week in my mind. Yeah. Gotta do it.
I mentioned to you there was a J. Cole feature on the Scary Hours 3, and as you know, the best-selling song off of For All the Dogs, his album Drake, is First Person Shooter with J. Cole. And I was thinking, for some reason, Evil Ways, which is the J. Cole song on Scary Hours, doesn't do it for me. Why? Like, what is... Did he know that it was going to be kind of a flop? Or did he know he was going to get hit with certain audiences? Like, what makes an artist come out of the studio and say, that's a hit, that's going to be hype? Because when I listen to First Person Shooter, I'm like, this gets me hype, this gets me going. But my question for you is, and this is, what makes something hype? I got more examples. A dunk, fast break, like sometimes the crowd's just like, hey, but then someone's like, oh my goodness. Like, what's the difference? I don't know what it is.
Expectations. That's my answer. So the dunk answer is like, usually it gets the crowd hype when there's defender, it looks more challenging because there's an obstruction, so that it's more of a story arc. Like, I think I know what's going to happen. I'm totally surprised. The outcome was fantastic. Unbelievable. Short guy dunk, poster dunk, right, whatever it is, right? And I think that like might be true. Breakaway. Yeah, breakaway. Like, it's only when it seals the game, right? Then if it's a breakaway, it needs a storyline outside of just simply
like a oop off the backboard or like
unexpected.
Right, but like I remember seeing a clip of Zion going down. He does like a 360 and dunks, and the crowd's just like,
yeah, because yeah.
But then sometimes there will be breakaways where people are like, oh.
But that's usually because they end the game, right? They're like an exclamation point on a performance.
But then
and I think that's true for music too. I think that it for Drake, like the album you just were talking about, the difficulty in achieving the level of reaching a level of expectation for him. Like, if he reached your level of expectation, you'd have been like, that album's really good.
Yeah.
But if you think about the first Scary Hours, it was like, yo, what is happening right now?
Yeah. Also, Scary Hours 1, not many people realize God's Plan was on it.
Yeah.
And then it took off because it went on to Scorpion.
Right.
Which is his best album. I'll just throw that in there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I think that's what it is. And I also think that
But like, what makes someone coming, like, say I'm artist, whatever, insert name here. I'm recording my album. I just did a song. What makes me choose which song goes where based on like if I think, this is heat. Do I know it's going to be a banger or do I know it's just going to be like a filler song on the album?
I think there's a lot of stories about artists saying they didn't think the song was going to catch fire, and it did.
That's true. I saw one about Ric Flair Drip, I believe it was.
Yeah, I mean,
there was something like that.
I think the difference between what the artist expects and what actually happens, there's a whole bunch of other factors to it too. It's a more complicated question.
That's a good point. Because it's hard to say something is going to be good or bad when it's your own work.
Right. And then also, the difference between like cutting it and then the post-production, there's just a lot of chemistry there, or not.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But I do think also, like, when it's J. Cole and Drake, like, it's hard to merge
like,
artistic
I thought that
vision.
When I saw that he had him on the song, I was like, oh, this is gonna be the song to break the record.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the numbers are, but
it didn't.
It didn't. The record still stands. It is still tied.
It did not. Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know.
That is interesting.
I think it would be, the inverse would be terrible though, if you were an artist, like.
What do you mean?
And you just leave the studio and you're like, that is going to be massive.
And
then it's just nothing.
Duds.
Yeah. That'd be such a bummer.
That would be a bummer.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's happened before.
Well, I'm sure it happens all the time. All the time.
Boom, boom.
Okay, I gotta.
You got something?
I gotta follow up.
Okay,
so earlier you had a hot take. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, why is there no phrase, like there's a cold take, terrible, but why is there no phrase for just like a take? Is it that's facts? I don't know. Like
Wait, I got nothing. See, what I want to do here is come up with what it should be called and then say to you, that is a blank. But there's literally nothing.
Right. That is a room temperature.
An accurate claim.
Facts. Right? Facts. Is that what it is? I don't know.
Facts. But it's not facts though. It's
not.
It's not quite facts. Facts is like different.
I agree. I totally agree.
Drop one in the comments if you have one. Please. Please. We have yet to get a comment on a video. Be the first.
It's true. It's true.
Give us a word.
Let me give you a discount code for
For what?
nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
So then last thing before we wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
What's a thing that you're thankful for?
You can't spring that on me. I'm ready.
I did though. Or maybe how about this? What was your favorite part of the last 4 days?
Probably just hanging out, honestly. Something about just sitting around.
Yeah.
Chopping it up.
I think
Watching Cars is peak.
Yeah, watching Cars the movie, it still brings the heat.
It is a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
We should watch Cars 2 tonight.
I think the thing about Thanksgiving that I'm a little bit I'm really curious about is like it is the most acceptable thing to do during Thanksgiving break is to just chill, sit. You can be on your phone. You go watch sports. You go for a walk. You can take a nap.
I would go on the record and say Thanksgiving is probably my favorite holiday.
I think that's a 7 out of 10 statement. Not that
That's
is
a claim. It is a claim.
Not a
Factual.
hot take. Not a hot take. See? You need a word.
You are in the middle ground.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's true for most people.
Yeah, we need a word. Someone come up with a word for that.
Because it's less stressful than Christmas. Like, it's not about gifts. It's like,
and your birthday's like, I don't want all that attention. Like,
tell me about it.
That felt underhanded for some reason. But
it wasn't. I totally agree.
Yeah.
No, I don't want it either.
But it's just like, it is my biggest pet peeve when people start playing Christmas music and Thanksgiving hasn't even happened.
Oh, yeah.
I can understand the day after Thanksgiving, although I don't like it. You should wait until December.
Then how can you understand it? Just take a stand.
I just did. I don't like it.
Okay, well then you backtracked and you're like, I understand.
No,
Christmas
but
music,
if you're gonna play
it's
it,
not December.
If you're gonna play it the day after Thanksgiving, that's better than playing it before Thanksgiving.
Here's something for you. Christmas, it's a defined period of time. There are 12 days of Christmas. What are we doing in November? We're breaking the rules. What's up with that?
What?
It's true. On the 12th day of Christmas. Right. So I'm just saying, why do we start stretching it out? I mean, other than straight consumerism. I'm just saying. What were you gonna say?
Well, that's why Thanksgiving needs songs. It needs better marketing.
Okay, we should end on that. That was one of the better things that you saw on Instagram this week, which is a post that said, "It's our fault that Christmas starts early."
I'm gonna write a Thanksgiving banger.
We need
I know one Thanksgiving song, and it is Alice's Restaurant.
That's
and
true.
Nobody else knows about it for some reason.
It's true. It's true.
Probably because it's like 17 minutes long.
Yeah, it's a little tough. You gotta.
Alice's Restaurant.
But yeah, no, it's good.
Vibes are immaculate.
They are. That's true. All right.
Well.
Good job. Good job by you.
Good job.
Good job by you.
I want someone really badly to come up with a word for that, or I will.
Okay.
We should both win.
We can noodle it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Noodle it.
All right.
That's good.
Good job.
All right.
Good job by you.